When we last left our adventurers, the group discussed taking on the job asked of them by Nirvan, a human hunter dealing with a giant wasp. Through the evening, Tek'Tan discusses the town's lack of trade, and Nirvana responds about the town's ignorance of what could be going on to keep the desirable living conditions. Tek'Tan, in good faith, tells Nirvan that they come from Celestin, a city in the sky. The next day, the group along with Nirvan head into the forest to find this wasp. Along the way, the group learn of a town to the north named Glanchester, a town taken over by a tyrannical ruler who calls himself the Emperor after the last heir abdicated the throne and disappeared. The town was a haven for religious learning and seemingly old lore and knowledge from before the separation. Now all of it is being used as a hostage with the people to avoid a forceful takeover. Nirvan expresses that anyone she found escaping had seen many horrors and attempted to get as far away as possible in fear of retribution from its forces. The party eventually hears a large buzzing and engages in combat with the large luminescent fungus-covered hornet. Large and mutated in some ways, the party does dispatch the creature and keep their success rate still at 100%. While discovering some unsettling features of the hornet, they decide to burn the body, and while collecting wood to keep the fire lit, Gaia discovers an old cabin seemingly lost to time, but with some sign of a creature living there. Exploring, they find a small altar to some kind of humanoid creature with mushrooms growing out of the skull, a kitchen and a bedroom looking to be overgrown with the same luminescent mushrooms, and a room with vines wrapping bodies that hang from the ceiling. Although they do see a cellar yet to be explored, the situation grows hostile as Tek'Tan lifts the small carved statue. A rug and 3 animated daggers launch their attack. The party attempt to dispatch these rather annoying creatures, and in the end leave the cabin to rest and deal with the cellar another day. Now they find themselves back on the road to Wallowford, the rest of the day ahead of them. That is where we left off. And, as always, a little reference for the party, or not the party, the audience. We are level 4 now. We have all leveled up. They are level 4, we rolled for hit dice, and blah blah blah. Level 4, stat increases, blah 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 blah. But other than that, you guys have passed the large kind of dugout spot that Tek'Tan used mold earth to create a well to avoid the spread of fire when you guys were lighting the hornet corpse ablaze. When you guys pass it, it is still contained. It's not getting out of hand or anything, and it's very much like the body is like falling in itself and on itself and kind of making it smaller and smaller. There's noticeably like smoke leaving the area, but as you guys continue up, beaten, bruised, the time is somewhere in the afternoon, probably. Oh wait, you have a sundial, so it's like a time. It's like 2 or so, but the day is still ahead of you. The plan was, I think, to just head back to Wallowford, but if you guys would like to talk or anything like that, please feel free.
Can somebody heal me? I was almost eaten by a carpet.
Give me a quick second there, Mr. Tek'Tan, sir. I need to know what I can do, because I don't remember what I can do right now.
It is okay. It is okay, I will handle it for you. And Ramsey will give you a pat on the shoulder and use a Cure Wounds at first level. 4 plus 2, you heal 6.
That's great. That's better than what I had.
I'm glad I could help.
And you know what, Mr. Tek'Tan, sir? I'm gonna also pat your other shoulder, and I'm gonna give you exactly 4, because I have another healing pool that I forgot about, because I'm an ASMR.
Excellent. I always hate the feeling of skin growing back, but I do appreciate it.
Why would you hate the feeling of the healing process?
It just feels tingly.
I mean, we could have left it raw, but then as soon as a breeze comes and hits any salt into that, you're going to be squirming like a donkey in a cage. Why would you want that?
I love your metaphor, and it sounds vaguely threatening.
I used it, and then I thought, this don't make sense. This is just
very on brand for you.
Oh, thank you. Wait, that's an insult. I think? Maybe? I don't know. Feel better, please, sir.
Feel great.
I have never thought before about focusing so much on the idea of skin growing back. Ramsey kind of does like a face where his lips go down and he goes, do not know how that would feel.
Well, let's not find out. Don't lose any skin for us to have to grow back. Probably would be best, maybe.
Do not worry, I can grow my own skin back. I am very good at it.
Like some sort of a gecko or something like that.
I think geckos, they lose tail, and the tail comes back.
Never getting the image of Ramses regrowing their skin back out of my head. Thank you for that.
So, we're heading back to town?
Yes, thankfully, I'm done with being at that cabin. It is bad news, and we should have burned it.
Well, I was wondering if maybe we should go back to it.
Well, we just left there and I don't want to go back.
Not today, maybe when we're all a little healthier. Not worn out from just fighting a giant bug.
I was thinking tomorrow.
Yeah.
For what purpose would we go back to that awful place?
Perhaps to tie off any loose ends. It would be nice to properly
We don't know
get rid of it.
what made all the mushrooms. We still don't know what was in the basement.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Tek'Tan, how did you set off that carpet thing?
I touched a wood carving, which I believe I wrote it in my equipment here. Do I have that?
I can say that you nabbed it on the way by.
Okay.
I think I did narrate that you dropped it, but I don't know. You could just swipe it. It's fine.
And when I look at it, what is it?
So it's a vaguely woman
It's a clicker.
humanoid.
It's a clicker.
It's a vaguely humanoid woman shape, with a large mushroom growing out of her head down her back, and her hand is or her hands are at her sides with palm facing up in the air, and there looks to be small of the same fungus kind of growing up in spots, but it's not completely taking over the whole statue.
Do you folks remember that strange fella that we battled in the forest by Yallford? I mean,
Yeah.
It is ringing bells.
I remember him saying that he was praising some sort of a nature god or goddess or something.
Mother of Earth, usurper of the throne.
Could be her. I don't know.
Can I see it perhaps and whatnot? I know a bit or two about the religions and whatnot.
I'll pass it to Fenway.
Do I have any idea what this is? Is this something that's come up in books before?
Are you trained in religion by any chance?
I have proficiency in religion.
Make it a religion check, please.
All right. Where did my d20 go? That would be lovely if I had that. 17 plus 3, so unnatural 20.
You know that there are some creatures that have a manifestation of fungus coming from them. You don't necessarily know about any solid religions that have to do with fungus in this guise. But you don't really have any solid knowledge towards what this is.
Okay. And there's no other identifying markings. There's no languages or anything on it. It
Just looks like a statue. Carved statue.
Do we know if Wallowford has any form of public record or library or such and whatnot?
You have not looked for one.
Okay. I think I'm going to look for that when we get back, maybe, and see if I can't figure out what this mushroom lady's all about and whatnot.
I'll join you because I've been meaning to go to the town hall myself and snoop around a bit.
Snoop around for what?
Information about the production of the city and all that. My conspiracy that there's something dark going on there.
You do admit that you have a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I would conspire with it. Please share information with the group when you have received it, Tek'Tan. I am ready to take a shower and to rest.
Oh, we're almost there. By almost there, I mean another 2 hours.
Well, I mean, that's we were before.
As we're walking, Freya's gonna be walking next to Tek'Tan, and she's gonna just kind of like look at him a little closely, and she's gonna quickly just kind of grab at his hair and pull something out of it. She's gonna like look at it, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, you actually have fleas! That's amazing. Look at that."
That's not a flea. Don't lie, Freya.
No,
Tek'Tan, that is
I don't-
very...
I think I'm a
I was
dog.
looking for one of these. I've been thinking about a spell. I think I actually need one of these.
I have been spending a lot of time underground, so it could be from that.
Tek'Tan, that is very impressive. I did not know you had pets.
It's hilarious. She's gonna like open a little like vial and put the flea inside and like put it in her bag. Thank you. I was looking for one of those.
You're most welcome. You can pick all the fleas out of my mane if you'd like, Freya.
I just need one. And she's gonna slow her pace and then walk next to someone else.
Tek'Tan, can you make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage, please?
You are insanely itchy.
Oh! Boyos, that's a 1 and a 20.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Adiel.
Oh no, it's just thank you. No
That's never happened before.
indication.
I'm so glad that wasn't disadvantage.
That would be fucking great. Okay, so the next kind of couple hours, not fly by, but in fact, all the sore body parts that you guys are feeling, make it feel a little longer than normal. But eventually, as you guys kind of get back in the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock time area, the town of Wallowford is starting to get into that party scene again. The hangovers are being gently cured with more alcohol, and the workday is finishing. The stalls in the market are starting to wind down as some people leave for the day, and others continue to see if they can make a living off of the drunken, stupid people that buy their shitty things. There's a market for it. As you guys get back, the neon lights are starting to light up once again, and people are starting to take big swigs of ale and other alcoholic beverages to start getting pre-gaming in the streets while they're already gaming, really. Classic. But you guys are back in Wallowford. I'm assuming you guys head back to the inn or something.
I'd like to say goodbye to Nirvana.
Yeah, Nirvana will like stop as you guys are kind of getting off to the bends to continue up to the up to your inns, and she's about to split off, and she says, "I appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming along." She pulls out the rest of the gold, 65 pieces, 65 gold pieces additionally, and she sets it in. I believe it was Fenla who's the treasurer. No, it's Freya. Sorry, he's the accountant.
Yeah.
Freya.
Sorry, that you said 65?
65 gold pieces. She goes.
This is the account.
She goes, I very much appreciate you guys coming out and dealing with that. If you need anything on the local wild area, that's kind of my expertise. Come by, see me anytime. And if you guys still are interested in talking to people from Glanchester, come and see me. Might take me a little while to get some information on where they are, but if that's what you want to continue to pluck from, then I can certainly see what I can do.
Thank you, Nirvan. It is very appreciated.
Diolch yn fawr.
God bless you.
One more thing, Nirvan. That thing I said at the bar last night about where we came from. I'd appreciate it if
I told you I really don't care. I'll keep your shit.
Thank you.
Hey,
But just a word of advice: maybe don't go flaunting that piece out. There are some people that love weird, esoteric things.
Ramsey looks at Tek'Tan.
I look at Nirvan. What do you mean by people that like weird esoteric?
I mean, there's some mage societies that love to pluck from the very recesses of the separation in any detail they can to find any spark of divinity or ancient knowledge that can put them on top. I've seen a few young burgeoning mages get a little too full of themselves and start towing a line that they cannot come back from. And then there's some who toe the line and dive headfirst into it, and it ruins communities. So I would just keep those if you want to keep anyone safe up there. Only tell someone if you really trust them.
mm-hmm.
So I'll keep doing what I've been doing.
That's not what you did, though.
With that, I'm going away now. Goodbye. And she turns on her heels and begins to walk up the other end of the street.
Tek'Tan, I do think that Nirvan, of all the people to tell, was not a bad choice, but I do not think it is wise, like they have said, to be telling people of our home.
I got a lot of feelings about that. I'll keep it on the low for now, but we can't keep hiding, I believe.
Let us keep this a secret between all of us until it is information that can be utilized for our benefit. For now, it has no weight in the discussions we have had with people. Until it can hold substance, there is no point in sharing.
I see the reason in that. That makes sense. Okay. I'll keep it on the down.
I'm going to go back to rest. My bones feel weary, and I do not wish to walk any further.
You make your way back to the sunken staircase. There's a modest crowd, dare I say, an extra person, making the establishment ever so livelier than it normally is. As you guys arrive back in, the barkeep, Evelyn, big motion, but continues to take the orders of the person that is in front of her, and please pay your deposit for the evening.
Ramsey turns to Freya.
How much is that?
God, I gotta do
2
the
gold
math.
for everyone?
I think it is, yeah, 2 gold total.
Okay.
It is bustling in here tonight, is it not?
Guys, not for nothing, we're making bank.
The crowd is everywhere.
Yeah, people are getting excited for that carnival that's coming into town. It's still another, 9 days away, but it still keeps everyone on their toes. Festivals are a different kind of party to people around here, so they get excited.
I had almost forgot about the carnival.
Well, it's like the countdown has started, so I'm assuming you'll probably never forget again while you stay here.
That sounded ominous.
You'll never forget it.
It's a party you'll never forget.
Freya, is it possible to have dinner brought up to my room or no?
We can, yeah.
I would greatly appreciate that. I will be heading upstairs, but and I think it's probably 2 silver for a meal, right?
No, not with room
No? How much is
service. Hey,
much
7
is it?
silver pieces.
3 silver.
You got it. All
Silver and a copper, thank you kindly.
Ramsey
Walk up that one flight of stairs.
Ramsey gives probably 8 silver pieces because, and he's like, perfect, I will be in my room. Please, if possible, I will take shower first and then have supper. So within the half an hour or so.
If you're not answering, I'll just leave it by your door.
And he does a wave and a nod and heads upstairs.
Freya's gonna reach up and kind of tug on Fenlo's not shirt collar but sleeve collar.
I wasn't gonna be there. I was gonna.
Oh, my bad.
To look for the. I can say I went back and then I was gonna look for.
I just want you to press the digitate on me.
Oh.
Clean off all the gum.
Yeah, Miss Freya. Digitate.
You're clean.
I'm gonna go and see if actually, since Evelyn's here, does this town have a library and whatnot?
No, sorry.
Oh. Well, that kills my idea.
Listen, does anybody really want to read in this town?
Yes.
No, get fucked.
I did.
You came to the wrong town if you're here on scholarly business.
Well, it was less so good.
Scholars come to this town, but for
other things.
Different reasons.
Do you? Is there a temple at all around here?
We don't have a temple. We have a church.
Oh, who is it to?
All.
Oh, okay.
None. All and none.
Oh, sick. The Allhammer?
Yeah.
I got the Allhammer symbol on my
It's called the
back.
Church of the Warship. And she kind of gives you vague directions to it. It's run by a nice priest. He's, pretty sheltered. One of those priests that don't get out into the world very often, but he's there. He can help. He has some magic.
But that's okay, because I'm one of those guys that doesn't get out into the world often, so it'll work. It'll work.
Whatever floats your boat, little man.
I'm not little. I'm gonna go find the church.
Don't stay out too late.
It's 2 in the afternoon.
It's not 2 in the afternoon.
It's 4 in the
Dinner time.
afternoon.
It's like
Dinner time.
5.
It's like 5.
It's 6 in the evening.
Mom, it's
It's 9 in the
Saturday!
afternoon.
It's fine.
The clock doesn't work when the sun goes down.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I'll yell out to Fenlo. I'll meet you when you go to the town hall. Not interested in the church.
I'm not going to the town hall. I don't have a conspiracy theory to disprove.
Hello, and welcome to the interlude section of Chronicles of Gaia. My name is Liv. I am your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I'm here to talk about some of our goings on. First off, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't got a chance, subscribe, rate us, tell us how bad we are at Dungeons & Dragons. I don't care. Anything's engagement. If you want to follow us on our social medias, you can follow us on Twitter, which is @COGRPG, and Instagram is @COG.RPG, because we could not get that second handle. And if you go on there, you might see some awesome art done by Saran Thomas, who is at the Shockwave48 on Twitter. He has also released a comic recently, and you can actually commission him to do cool character art like he did for us. Isn't that cool? Next up, Elk. He's the guy that does our music to get you here to the interlude. He's our theme song artist and our outro artist, and that's really fun. And he's also an artist, so you should go and follow him on everything he does. He's on Twitter @Lord_Elk. On Instagram is @Elk_Lord_art. And for coffee, so you can commission him to do some fun art for you, @Elk_Lord. And finally, we have 3 people that I use music from, and they are all awesome. First up is Tim from tabletopaudio.com or patreon.com/tabletopaudio. He does so cool tabletop music ranging from fantasy to sci-fi in all different kinds of types. We've been using him since the beginning. He's awesome. You should go and support him. Next up, Alexander Nakarada from serpentsoundstudios.com or patreon.com/ANAKARADA to help support him as well. He's awesome. He releases a ton of music, not just even tabletop, but also orchestral, or even some cool EDM. And we wouldn't have been able to do the cool Wallowford sounds from him without him, because, you know, he does cool fantasy EDM like that. And finally, AJ from Sword Coast Soundscapes, or patreon.com/Sword Coast Soundscapes, and you can also find him on YouTube by that same name. He does really cool D&D ambient sounds, so nighttime forest, morning, daytime, locations around all of the D&D worlds, and most importantly, if you're running a tabletop module like Curse of Strahd or Tomb of Annihilation, he has done some soundtrack music for that, and that might help you supplement your home games if you play those module games. Alright, that is it. That is everyone. That is it for me. I'm gonna go now and do other things. I hope you guys enjoyed this rest of the episode, and I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm gonna go to the church.
Okay. Just pull up my notes for this church.
Church.
And Tek'Tan, I'll go with you to the town hall when you go to the town
I will
hall.
cut to you guys next.
Yeah.
All right. So eventually, you exit into the new nighttime crisp air, dodging and weaving, almost like you're back in Celestin doing your duties, avoiding people at all costs. You quickly dart through the crowd, and eventually, with given directions from Evelyn, you do find a small building. It is made from sturdy oak. A large red door lines the entrance. 2 medium-sized window stands on each side of the doors with curtains opened and tied off. The interior, as you enter, is filled with pews made mostly from wood, lined with small blue polka dot cushions. And at the back of the room is a nicely built podium. A candle that has been lit probably many times already. The podium holds 2 holy symbols that are hanging off the ends, and you recognize them as Sahani and Avandra. Just trying to find where I left that off. The church has 2 large stained glass windows. It looks as if each was worked on for a long time and has very intricate details that were made perfectly. In one, a small girl with blue skin is standing. Her long white hair floats upwards into the night sky, and it creates from the strands. Her hands are outstretched, as if beckoning people into the night. And the other, what appears to be a woman of dark complexion. Her light brown hair cascades and flows to the ground, and many roads open in front of her. And yeah, that's pretty basic church function. Nothing that you're really used to, as coming from a town that has a very large temple that serves as the main part of the town.
Yeah, but this is party town. They ain't here to pray. They here to do the thing opposite than that.
Basically. Sin. You hear, as you enter, the door creaks open, and you kind of walk up the pews, and then you hear, hello?
Oh,
And a older man with a receding gray hairline enters the room. Common robes with white and blue sashes. Oh my god. Pudgy face and many worry lines adore his face. He goes, can I help you, young man?
Hopefully. I was told that there was no library in here, which kind of sort of killed my research idea. But perhaps someone with a little more religious knowledge than I might be able to assist. So I asked if there was a church, and this one. And hi, I'm Fenlo.
Hello, Fenlo. I am Damon Lagore. I am the priest of this fire establishment, and I hope whatever you are in needing of from me, I can provide for you.
Damon.
What? Damon Lagore.
That's a good name. That's a very good fantasy name. I like it. It's identifying iconography.
I have much experience in that.
Okay. We found something in a spot in the forest, and it had, how do I describe her? She was standing. It's like a small statue, right? And we didn't touch it because we figured that'd be a bad idea. And it's a small statue, and she had her arms outstretched, but instead of like a humanoid head, right? There was mushrooms and whatnot growing out of the top. I don't think that's a good thing because it doesn't really line up with any description of any of the surface deities that I know of.
See, that would be because it's not a deity at all.
Oh.
It is a demon lord.
Oh.
You might have stumbled upon a cult to a demon lord named Zugtumi.
How do you spell that real quick? Zul.
I don't know. Write it down. I'm not gonna break.
Zul.
No.
Zul-to-me.
Zugtumi.
Zugtumi. Okay. And in terms of just how dangerous such a thing might be, is this a alert authorities immediately type thing? Is this a...
Depends on where you found it.
In an abandoned cabin in the forest with some bodies in it?
Unfortunately, I don't think the authorities are going to be much use to you in this endeavor.
Okay. Demon Lord. That's not good.
No, it is very much not good. No. She is known to be what comes after decay, what comes after rot. They say that no matter how many times someone may dispatch of her, she will find a way to come back.
Unkillable Demon Lord. Okay.
I mean, most are.
Well,
True divinity is very hard to slay. And I may say that trying to do so only increases the widespread of our world.
okay. Trying not to panic. Thank you. That's very helpful. Thank you again. I might have more things to identify at some point, and he's gonna take. Is there a donation tray?
There is a donation tray.
Okay, I'm gonna put 10 gold in that sucker because this man has been helpful.
Very much appreciated of you, young man. Thank you. And I do hope that you, whatever trouble you find your way into, that you find your way back out with the guiding lights of all the deities.
I do too. And have a most blessed day yourself, sir.
Thank you, young man.
And he will, as soon as D&D Beyond lets me get 5 gold out of my equipment, he will leave and head back to the staircase.
Tek'Tan and Caraid, you guys prepare to go and find your way to Town Hall. And stepping onto the night, it is, again, party central. People are dancing their way through the streets. Guards are playing babysitter. And, a few directions, maybe asked by Evelyn, can point you in the right direction very quickly of the Town Hall. For Town Hall in a party town, very plain. Very, very discreet in ways. It does not scream government. It does not scream government, but it does not scream like normal house. It's kind of off the cuff in the back, kind of less excitable area of town, and and you kind of find your way there. You don't know if you should knock or just walk in. But eventually you do kind of just take the doorknob and open it up. Inside is a very normal-looking lobby with a receptionist desk. Standing behind there is a tabaxi. They have this kind of calicoed skin, a very nice, very well-tailored suit to their proportions. A kind of purple kind of velvet robe that kind of is their jacket, and matching pants, and a kind of poofy collar that you might see on a distinguished lord or lady. His hair is his fur and hair, whatever, same diff, is nicely kind of pushed back, and he has a orange spot that kind of bleeds into a black spot that kind of covers the side of his face, and his other half is white. And he looks up, big flourished, fluffy, feathered quill in his hand, and he goes, "Can I help you?"
Well, now I'm feeling underdressed.
Like I said, can
As
I
I look
help
at-
you?
Yeah, we're here for an appointment with Colin Williams.
What is your name?
And I'm gonna side-eye detect him.
I'm gonna side-eye to Caraid.
It's Cassius Amaldo.
This tabaxi's already narrowed, slitted eyes, narrow. And goes, "Wow, it is very, very interesting that you have the same name as one of our well-distinguished guards in this city."
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's probably spelled different, though.
Please do spell it.
Yeah.
There's the normal version of Cassius Amaldo, and then
My
there's, the weird
Cassius
one.
is a girl Cassius.
Yeah.
You can call me Casey.
Okay. Let me just check the ledger for your appointment.
If you see Cassius Amaldo on there, that's us.
He kind of side-eyes you guys now and pulls open what looks to be a very, very large day planner and begins to flip through it, and he scrolls his taloned finger down the page, and he goes, "I do not even see Cassius Amaldo. Part of his very busy schedule."
What? We made this appointment
It
3
might
months
have-
ago.
It might have got lost. Cassius, don't freak out.
I've been waiting 3 months for
How
this.
did you...
I kind of
Go ahead.
give a side thing to the tabaxi. No, a side thing to tabaxi. He gets she gets very irate and violent when she doesn't get her way. But don't worry. We did make this reservation a long time ago.
How did you make this reservation? Maybe I can look it up.
It doesn't matter how, but if it's possible, could we restart the process, maybe, of getting the ear of the mayor?
Let me see when I can squeeze you in next.
If
We
it would
better
help,
get it faster than we did last time because I've been waiting 3 months for this.
if you could please, maybe push us up a bit. I just don't want things to get bad.
Caraid's gonna put her finger on the table, aggressively, within the week.
Caraid, make me...
Intimidation?
Make me a
Intimidate. Come on,
deception.
that's what the finger
is
was. It's
there. I need you
intimidation.
to make me a deception check first.
Can I look scared beside
Yeah, but I don't wanna do
Caraid
it. Deception
fuck what
check.
you won't.
to I don't know.
I'll get there.
Okay, well let me just check how many inspiration I have first.
Absolutely, please.
I've got 2. Alright.
Yeah, use all those inspirations.
I need this.
Why did we not talk about what we were doing before?
It's not an
Would
awful
you
roll.
like to use one of your inspirations? I haven't told you the outcome yet. You could still use it.
I know. Can I confer with my teammate?
Sure. We're in bullet time.
All right, Tek'Tan, I rolled a 19. I have a -1. So 18. 18's not awful.
18's pretty good.
18's pretty solid. If I re-roll and I get worse, we're
No,
fucked.
you don't have to take the low roll. You can just continue to keep your high roll. I won't fuck you.
Oh, I can take the highest roll?
I won't fuck you on the inspiration. It's like luck.
Then I'll use, there's no point not using one inspiration just to see if I can get a 20.
But does the inspiration go away after?
Yeah, I've used one. I have one left. I did not get, so 18 is my highest deception.
And then could you make me an intimidation and I'll give you advantage because Tek'Tan is like, oh god, no, please. Please help me.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Hey!
If the thing will focus.
Yo.
Nice dice.
Who knew
I
Caraid
promise it's a 20.
He goes, I'm not promising anything, but I'll see what I can do. He begins to...
in addition to a meeting, I'd like to specify some of the specifics that we'd like to get across. We would like to make a donation to the city.
A donation.
Damn.
Then I'm most certain I could get you in tomorrow.
I'd give a look to Caraid.
Begins to whole pages and different things and begins to write things out, and he says, come by tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Sure, yeah.
Right. I'm expecting 2 p.m. sharp.
If it's not sharp, you'll know it's important. He is the mayor, after all.
Is there anything just between us that the mayor because Cassius here is trying to make a good impression. Is there anything that the mayor might be prone to liking that we could offer him? His Majesty. I don't know.
He likes a good scotch.
Noted. Okay.
Literally noting it. Hold on, let me write that down.
Literally, you don't even understand.
Now, if that is all, I must be continuing my now even larger workload since your arrival. Have a nice evening.
Good night.
Cassius, and I'm sorry, what was your name again?
My name? It is
It's unimportant who he is.
because I'm Cassius's servant, and I'm not allowed a name.
Now come on, let's go, and I'm gonna smack him on the back of the head.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh no.
Alright, and you guys leave.
I can't believe that worked.
Outside, let a huge breath go.
Yeah, Caraid is wheezing.
What was that? What did we just do?
I honestly don't know. I don't know what the bloody hell that was.
I thought we were going in there and just asking about, maybe setting up appointment. I didn't know we were using fake names. I got carried away.
I got very carried away, if you didn't notice.
Carried away.
I got
Oh my
carried
God.
away.
Okay, so we gotta think. We're going to meet him tomorrow at 2 p.m.
I can't believe that worked. Yeah, we'll see him tomorrow at 2, and we'll bring the best scotch we can find, I guess.
We got less than 24 hours, and we gotta make a donation. I'm sorry, I panicked. I don't know.
We have to find. Well, I mean, maybe we don't have to really make a donation.
What?
He's gonna find out that I'm not Cassius. We can get whatever information out of him, and then just dip without paying. We could dine and dash. We could dine and dash this.
I believe that I don't. Are we gonna dine and dash the whole city? Are we just gonna go? Did we just fuck up?
Well, we already know that the mayor has a very backseat approach to this town. So even if he's mad at us, I don't think we'll face too much consequence.
Okay. Damn it.
Cariad's gonna do the hardest shrug she's ever done in her life.
Tek'Tan looks nervous.
Let's ask everyone. Let's tell them what we just did.
Yeah.
Let's see what everyone else says, or we could keep it secret from him. Because I think Freya might be a little mad.
Okay. Speaking as, someone who recently pissed off everybody, I don't think secrets is the way to go.
Alright, we'll tell them. Alright, fuck.
You're gonna tell them. I'll also tell them, but I want you to start it. So it's not me, my head on the platter.
Okay. And I guess we head back to this.
Ramses and...
I want to, do a quick
you
jog.
did a quick jog down the road. Ramses and Freya, did you guys want to do anything in that interim?
Ramsey's not doing anything too impressive. He is literally saying what he was going to. He takes a shower, and then he is pleasantly surprised when his hot dinner is outside his door, and he can eat it in bed, lounging on all the pillows that he has taken from the bed. Just
Alright, excellent.
relaxing.
Freya.
By the time we got back, did we agree it was around 5-ish?
It's about dinner time.
Okay. Once everyone kind of went their separate ways, and Freya would have come back to her room, and she would have taken the time that Ramses was in his shower, and she wanted to sit down on her bed. Just kind of think for a bit. And she was going to use minor conjuration. And much like she did in Wallowford, she's going to create a little doll. But instead of being the one that looks like a child, she's going to make one of a man with a very long, full beard with braids in it. And it's kind of like similar to her hair color. And she's just gonna hold it for a bit. And then she's gonna take out her husband's spell book, the one she's been using. She's gonna flip through pages. Just trying to remember spells she used to be able to do. She's going to look at some that she kind of can't look at. She's going to keep turning the pages till she finds one that just is comforting to her. She's going to commit that one to memory for now, and she'll find another. And then she'll maybe fiddle with the vial that has the flea in it for a bit. And then once she hears Ramses coming back from his shower, she'll snap the doll just and she's just gonna pretend like she's been reading for a bit.
As everyone kind of continues their evening, and you guys all gather back at the inn. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in the evening? It's still pretty early. It's probably about 8 o'clock at this point. But if you guys are wrecked from today, then you guys can take your rest if that is so what you choose. But if there's anything else, go ahead.
Is Fenlo back yet? Oh, yeah.
I said you guys amalgamated the
Okay,
inn.
good. Who does he find first, I guess, upon him?
Everyone. You guys are all in the room. Go.
you know how Mr. Texan's always going on about our 100% win rate, and that's good, right? A lot of positives. Yeah,
About that 100%. Yeah.
about that. We might be dealing with a demon lord, and it occurs to me that the wasp saw me with my wings out, and if it was controlled by a demon lord, that means the demon lord knows I'm an ASMR, and don't believe we get along. None. So I'm trying not to have a panic attack. Hi, how was your afternoons? Yeah.
Ramsey, sits up. His expression looks stern. He doesn't say anything. He just, kind of, lets out a low, kind of grumble at the new information and pats the seat, next to him.
Just doing that small, little, oh no, kind of whimper, just, goes over and sits and just shaking a bit. Hi. Well, how was your dinner and whatnot?
It was fine, but that does not sound like good news to me.
No.
We will have to deal with this tomorrow then. It is simple as that. We will destroy the house we had seen before, and the problem at least should be mostly dealt with.
Yeah. Unkillable demon lord knows we're here. I'm here.
Ramses looks at you and says, "Do not worry, Fenlo. It will be taken care of."
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ramsey rubs his chin.
Rubs your chin or rubs Fenlo's chin?
Rubs his chin, I should specify.
Odd.
If that happened, I would kill one of you to avoid that sickening gesture.
Yeah, that's just
Rub Fenlo's chin, rock.
Yep. Just meteor.
Okay, it is simple. We will take care of the place that this demon takes refuge. You cannot be in the area without that, I do not think. I do not know much about demons, but I think that we'll take care of it.
Her name is Zug to me, I think is how it was said to me. That's how I spelled it. I spelled it how I heard it. And I got ZHUGTOME. I don't know if that's right.
If you get it from the idea that it is going to spell Zug to me, then I don't care how you spell it.
Okay, I think that means it's wrong, but I'll take it.
I don't care. I don't care if it's wrong. It's your notes. I'm not going to be looking. I'm not the teacher here.
Fair enough. I want to be prepared for the exam and whatnot, you know? Alright.
And also when we go to, tell people about it, we'll need to know the correct name.
You write it?
I would say do not say the name too often, or else we will call bad things to ourselves. Superstition. You might
you
say.
think if we say her name, we'll invoke her and bring her to us? I've said it 3 times.
Fenlo, you will be fine. It is okay. Ramsey puts an arm around your shoulder and gives you a slight shake. It is fine. Do not worry. We are all very capable. We can handle this. Tomorrow we will go. We will destroy the shed, and it will be no longer an issue for us to think of.
Tek'Tan's just kind of sweating and very straight in his chair as he's listening to all this. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's a big problem." Hey guys, Caraid has something that she wanted to tell everybody.
All right.
Oh, Caraid, please speak. Do not hesitate.
Well, I've got us a meeting with Colin Williams, the mayor of Wallowford.
What?
Excellent.
That's the good news.
That's
It's tomorrow at 2.
That is very good.
We were supposed to meet him.
Why are we, we should prepare questions. Also, what time will we go to take care of Shed if we meet at 2?
We might have to do the shed at night.
No. No. I don't put my foot down on a lot, Caraid. No.
Then we'll have to leave really early.
Is it possible you could ask, maybe we see them early in morning and then we can go to the shed for the afternoon instead? Perhaps ask that first.
The time is not negotiable.
I'm honestly insanely lucky we got any meeting at all.
Somebody said it was like really hard to get a hold of him. How did you guys manage to get tomorrow?
It must be because of the work we did at Graveyard and killing the bee. They have heard our good deeds, Fenlo. We were getting reputation in town.
So y'all know... so they know our names then. That's a good start.
Caraid will look at Tek'Tan in silent reserve.
This is very good. This is what you had
all sorts of hand gestures.
This is what you had wanted, Tek'Tan.
Do we roll with it? What are we doing?
Signs like...
Should we... Do we pitch him a fastball, or...?
I would say it is best we go after. We should look put together very clean in the morning, so we can make good impression with this mayor.
Right. So, this is the story that we've constructed so far. Caraid's name is Cassius. Cassius as a...
Why is there a story?
Yes.
Your name is Cassius? I thought it was Caraid.
We've been here for 3 weeks and you changed your name?
No.
3 weeks is generous.
It was a lie.
3 weeks is very generous.
Oh, how long have we been here?
Has it not been 3 weeks?
It's been like
1.5.
Or like 2 weeks?
2, 3, 4, 5-ish days. So 1 week.
It only took us 5 days to ruin everything. Good job.
Well, it feels like 3 weeks.
It sure feels like 3 weeks, but...
It's not even a week. It's 1 week in world. It's not even a full week in real life.
So I'm Cassius's servant, and we're gonna make a donation.
Wait.
Sorry about Tek'Tan,
I have so many questions. Why did you use fake names?
Caraid, when did you hire Tek'Tan to be your service? Or Cassius?
Alright, you guys are not getting it. I lied about my name. I said I was Cassius Amaldo to get... No, Ramses wasn't getting it, so I'll explain it from the beginning.
Why?
I lied about my name, and then I said Tek'Tan was my servant. Why? I froze. I know we don't have 3 months to wait getting an appointment.
You lied to a government office about your name, your purpose, your appointment, the entire reason of us being here, so you could see the mayor.
If I learned anything from Nirvan, it's that it's impossible to meet the mayor. He takes a very backseat role to this mayorship.
When you think
about it... So I did a little bit of fibbing.
We are the government too. Perhaps that is good enough reason for them to let us in.
Yeah, we are like officials that have not been elected in yet. We are not the government yet.
Ramsey gives a shrug, one hand up, head tilt type of shrug.
The council elect.
We are a company until proven otherwise.
So, what is the purpose of the meeting, though? What are we going to be asking?
The larger purpose is that we want to get to the bottom of whatever's going on in the city. The bulk, the medium part of it is what we have to accomplish with putting out this facade of Cassius, Caraid, and the smaller, more detailed part is how we're going to pull that off.
And we still have to ask about the Andersons.
Oh, yeah, true.
That was the first reason we were trying to
Freya,
talk to him.
Freya, you are rather quiet, and when you are quiet, sometimes it scares me. Please speak up. It means you are deep in thoughts, and your thoughts may not always be
Brain can
of happy nature.
Not
produce
always
fire
pleasant.
bolts and whatnot, and it's kind of scary.
I try to avoid friends.
Freya, no, I love you. Before you say anything.
Ramsey kind of takes a very small step. Well, actually, he's sitting on the bed. He can't really take a step back, but he puts his leg up so that one is folded underneath him on the bed, and he kind of like looks at like everything going on, like sensing the frustration, I guess, is what's in the air at the moment.
Exasperation.
That is a good word
So
for you.
I'm gonna go downstairs and get some apple juice. I don't want to be here right now.
Oh, Fenlo, it's so funny you mention apple juice. I would love some too. And I get up with Fenlo.
Yeah, that's right. I'll come with you.
Oh no,
You guys
Carrie,
can't
this
leave
is
me
okay.
alone
You
with
I'll come with you for some apple juice.
Oh, okay.
Caraid, right now you are like bringing the bombs to you, and I don't want you to be near me right now. Look, I know that I'm worried about a demon lord right now. You gotta worry about Freya.
Cariad, you cannot follow. We are on date, and I take Fenlo's hand
Totally,
and go
get mine.
downstairs.
I say, but
Close the door, lock it from the outside. Both of us barricaded from the outside.
They're lost causes. Let them go.
I look at Fenlo. Apple juice, and go downstairs.
I look at the closed door and then Freya.
You two went to the mayor of this village, lied about your identity, your purpose for seeing them, and have now drug the rest of us down with you.
Yes, Freya, we did do that, and there's a perfectly good explanation for why we did it. Okay, and well, you see, we just got caught up in the moment, and it just sort of happened, and I do think that we can recover from this. So what are your thoughts? I don't know.
So, you went and lied to the person who runs this place. You're dragging the rest of us down with you because you want to know how one city runs. Because you don't understand it. I don't see why. I don't see why we're pursuing this. I honestly don't.
Well, we actually have a lot of questions. It's not just about the commerce.
I couldn't. I'm not gonna lie right now. I don't like this town. I don't care what happens to it. I don't care if we leave and we never come back. I don't care what these people do with their constant recycling of their own money. I don't understand why this is something we've latched on to. Did you
That's
at
mostly
least...
been my fault.
I think it might be linked to the Andersons.
Why is that?
The Andersons had a very successful tavern, and it burned down mysteriously. They have a big, beautiful mausoleum, and yet it's not very respected. They didn't have any first names, I don't think. Let me check my notes. Maybe that's wrong. Did they?
They're people, so they probably had first names.
Well, no, of course, like the people had first names. Well, I thought that was the weird thing, was that nobody bothered to name them. No, Wallace,
Wally, Kelly, Georgie, Wilfred.
Georgie, and Winifred. Never mind.
The larger strange thing about them is that they had a zombie monster in their crypt.
I mean, that's... yeah, that's...
And I thought that was our main focus. Because it
And it
seems
is.
since we've gotten down here, we've been chasing these weird orbs that have been doing weird things to weird places.
Shouldn't we get to the bottom of where they're coming from?
Yeah.
Yes, I completely agree with you. I don't think talking to the mayor is going to help us. You moved up a list we were waiting on for 3 months.
No,
What'd
we
you
weren't,
promise him? Tell me
we
you
weren't
don't-
actually on a list.
That's even crazier.
We weren't on the list at all, actually.
What'd you promise him? An arm? A leg? Our
A
indentured
size-
servitude?
A
sizable donation.
Now, I was thinking, and that doesn't necessarily have to be
As soon as you
gold.
say donation, her head like slowly turns to you.
Not gold. Not gold. Although we still have to divvy up that 65 that we got there because I believe that the 50 went in the fund or maybe the 65. I don't know. The point is, I was thinking that I could donate large blocks of stone to them to like build houses or to work on or make statues or something out of. It's not worthless, and it would take them a while to get it, without me. So that seems like a decent donation. No?
It's building material. It's useful for a town.
Yeah, you can do a lot with it, and it'll be like maybe we can draw attention. We can get a crowd around us, and we could be like, oh, since you have no economy and you have no production, and all your people just drink all day, we're going to give you this, and maybe we can get some gears turned, some people realize.
Yes.
That's my damage control.
Because if I was the leader of a town full of drunkards, the first thing I'd want is some dirt man's stone. You dug this hole alongside the one outside the town. If that donation doesn't work, and they need something a little more actually worth anything, it's coming out of your pockets, not mine, not
Totally
Fenlo's,
Totally
and
fine,
not
Freya.
Ramses.
Definitely not Ramses or Fendos. They need their bursaries or whatever. But the more I'm talking, the more assured I am of this plan, and I do think that we can get some people to change their mind, or at least think a little bit more about the city that they're in.
Also, no one else is getting dragged down with Tek'Tan and I. Nobody else was there. They only know 2 people are coming. Casey and her servant.
Yeah,
Are you the only 2 that's going to go tomorrow?
potentially.
Because it's
If
not
you had
like
any
we made
questions, you could
plans
come.
to potentially go to the weird house in the woods. It's not like we already made plans.
I didn't think we'd get a meeting tomorrow. I thought we'd get it tonight,
I
or...
think you should stop right there. You should have stopped at the end of the 3rd word you just said. You didn't think.
No, we were improving. We were making it up on the spot because we didn't know what to do. And sometimes that's hard, and sometimes that goes sideways. And it went sideways. But I think we can fix it. And you don't have to get involved. Only me and Caraid can go up in front of the people. Maybe you guys can go around in case it gets hairy, Is the real Cassius shows up or something with that happens. I think we can make it work, though.
Oh, you're gonna make it work.
I honestly thought we did a pretty good job. I didn't think you'd be this angry. I didn't think I'd disappoint you this hard.
You're making Caraid cry.
Shut up, I'm not crying! didn't mean to disappoint you.
I'm not.
Thought I was doing something good. We got the meeting. That's why we're here.
I'm not disappointed. I'm just mad.
You are, though. You clearly are.
I'm not disappointed.
I'm not.
Just right.
I'm
here.
just.
I'm not disappointed. I'm just angry.
I'm just angry at you.
That took me out of my crying. Get up.
I'm.
At this point, I'd like to knock on the door again. And, like, Ramsey's going to, like, poke his head in and say, is it done? It is resolved. It's been probably 15 minutes now. Is that a good amount of time to come back in? He's gonna take a look at, like...
Caraid's crying face.
Yeah! And look at Freya and look at Tek'Tan and pause for a second. I will come back again in 5 minutes, maybe. Closes the door. And
Let me clarify. I'm not disappointed in you. Understand, you just want to help. And you've been doing a great job so far. You're just acting without thinking. And that can be very hurtful. Very dangerous. You're young. I expect you to be bitter. But I understand why it happened. You, on the other hand, she's going to point at Tek'Tan.
Visibly sweating.
You're supposed to be guiding these people. You're bringing them into situations like this.
It wasn't supposed to happen like this. That's all I can say.
You're gonna go to the mayor's office tomorrow. You're gonna ask your questions. Hopefully about the family that was turned into a giant shambling mess of body parts. And find out why perhaps that came to be. And then, maybe if you're lucky, you can ask your silly questions about the town and how they make their money. I'm gonna take a me day tomorrow, because instead of planning to go to some weird cottage in the wood and potentially, get ready to fight and find some weird things and potentially protect the people I've been sent to this... I'm going to take a self-care day. Take time for myself. And try to calm down. Sometimes you just make me so angry. With that, she's gonna, push her hair out of her face. I'm going for a walk. And she's gonna leave.
Do another glance at Caraid.
Caraid's gonna get on her knees and hug you at same height level.
I was just about this. Big pat on the back. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna go, me and you, up on the steps of the town hall or in front. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna try to keep it low key while trying to get the things we need. If it goes bad, our friends have our backs. And hopefully, if nothing goes wrong, we can go to the hut by the end of the day. Or the next day, I don't know. There's a way out of this, and I think we're gonna hopefully find out what we want to know. Sound good?
Yeah.
there's gonna be a on the door and like a as Ramsey once again sticks his head in. This time Finlo and I have brought drinks up.
The bad news is they didn't have apple juice. The good news is they do have hot apple cider with cinnamon in it.
It is very delicious. I think I cannot be sure, but did Freya leave? I thought I saw her walk out the door.
I break.
Claudia is gonna nod an affirmation, but not say anything.
I break the hug.
It's also kind of difficult because like that person looked very, very angry. Like the hair was all up. Like you seen Miss Frizzle before? Like the hair was like that all of a sudden in every direction.
Who was Miss Frizzle? Was that your teacher growing up?
Did you not have her? We went to the same. Okay. Oh no.
Wait, you guys went to school together?
Wait,
we went to school together?
Fenlo was homeschooled. I'm sorry. That's my mom's maiden name is Frizzle.
That's canon now.
Hey.
In another time, you could have been Fenlo.
When you paint
Frizzle.
yourself in a corner, but it's a good corner.
But it's a good corner. It's a comfy corner. It's one you like.
No, his middle name is Dargenfowl. Yeah.
Dargenfowl.
Oh, that is
cute.
Fenlo Dargenfell. Fenlo, what is your last name?
W.
Weddle. I knew that. I swear I knew that. I have bad memory.
I swear I knew that.
Juanita. Do you think my middle name is Juanita?
It is okay. I am sure names are not as important. Fenlo, say my full name. I prove point.
That's the thing. I actually don't know Ramsey's last name. I have everybody's written down except Ramsey's.
Guess you don't know.
My name is Ramsey Kafail Bakari of Esti.
Hey, Carisha, can you just type that in a DM real quick for me?
Now you gotta write it down. You gotta see how well you can remember it. It's Ramsey's Replaya Kaflava of Estli.
No, it is Ramsey Kafail Bakari of Estli.
I was actually way closer than I thought I was gonna be. I was just making up nonsense.
Joke at first.
Hey, Macaroni Astley.
My name means very much. It has great meaning behind it.
Is it like a full phrase?
Yes,
what's the phrase
it is
translate
actually.
to?
I am the sun god that would die for a promise of Estli.
Okay.
It's bloody cool.
I want to catch up Ramses and Fenlo on the plan.
Sure.
So that they know what's going on.
So you two are gonna go to the mayor, and you want us to be back up? Why would
if
things
go wrong? They've gone wrong once. Might go wrong again.
We don't know how shady this town is.
The shade seems to come from the fact that it's a party town with illicit substances everywhere. I don't think the mayor himself is going to be a walking, talking criminal.
I'm going to be honest.
I mean, he actively permits it in his town.
I'm going to be honest, I do not think anything will go wrong either. However, I am always going to be around to make sure everyone is safe, so I am for that. However, I believe Freya is still upset, so I am going to take a drink out and see if I can find her. And Ramsey's gonna give like a thumbs up and head out.
You walk out.
Tek'Tan's going to go to the bar, get a lot of drinks for himself, have a good meal, and then just start, I have some paper on me, just start, writing out what a plan might be, what I might say, and I want to get my stone dice and keep rolling them and just pray for any sort of power that I can get.
Okay.
Huh. Pray, you say? Interesting.
I'm gonna go take a walk. Are there LCBOs? Are there?
There are a few shops upon which you can buy bottled alcohol.
Just so
alcohol
people
stores.
know if they didn't get it, LCBO is Ontario's liquor store.
Oh yeah.
The-
I didn't realize that
The
that
light-
was exclusive to
The
Ontario.
License Center and Bureau of no.
I thought it
It's
was Liquor Cooler's beer.
Beer Ontario. Liquor's
something
Coolers
else.
Beer Ontario.
Liquor
that's
Council.
Is that actually what it is?
Bureau of Ontario. No, I actually don't know.
I don't fucking know. Who cares?
The more you know.
You can usually
Liquor
find them
Control
beside
Board of
Canadian
Ontario.
Tires, right next to Tim
Yeah,
Hortons's, right next to Dollarama's.
Right next to Harvey's and M&M Meat Shop and
It's
Swiss
funny because
Chalet.
you just described one
Next
of the
to a bag of
LCBOs
ketchup
in Sudbury.
chips and
Like, literally surrounded by
bagged
like,
milk.
Canadian Tire,
I know.
M&M's Meats, Tim Hortons. That's
And you can-
incredible.
You can fit all of those establishments on the hockey rink there. You know, it ain't no problem.
And the only mall in town.
There's a couple
You
moose
can
and
take a
beavers
shot
doing
from
flips.
the LCBO and it'll hit
Alright.
that Canadian Tire window.
All right, that's too much. That's well tricked.
Okay. Ramses, you can make your way. What is Freya doing?
She
Unless they're frozen.
like
Freezing.
frozen again.
Oh, and gone.
Unless
And gone.
I don't know what's going
What is Freya
on
doing?
tonight with my internet. Freya's going for a walk.
I know. Where? What are you doing?
She wanted to go to sleep because she's low on health and she wants her spells back, but she's angry, so she's walking around. She immediately realized the town she's in and how much she hates seeing everyone out here.
Oh my
Um,
god, your hair is super cool. I love the shade that it is.
Is it the same girl?
So, you're not there.
Yeah, of course it is. I love this.
I need you to leave me alone, and that's your only one.
Why? You look like you need a drink.
I cast Infestation.
What does she have to do?
She needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
She is a commoner. She is drunk.
She's just on her off
So she's probably got a negative to Constitution.
disadvantage because she's
Disadvantage was a 20 and an 11, so 11.
Yeah, she fails. Freya snaps her fingers, and just a cloud of fleas.
It's very silent for a
Like
second.
pig pen.
Is that what
and
the
then you
flea
hear-
was for?
Ah! And then she's running down the block as a little cloud of fleas are now pinching and grabbing her skin. Does that do damage?
Yeah, but I didn't want it to hurt her, just to get her out of the way.
Is it an area of effect, or is it a singular target?
I'm pretty sure it's a singular target. It just says you cause a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature.
that's
So yeah, it's just one person. It's not like a it's
Okay.
not like a big
No, I'm just making
cloud.
sure because it's. I'm gonna rule this. I'm gonna rule this now. If you were trying to hold back a spell, such as to knock someone unconscious or to not murder them, it has to be a singular target. You cannot willingly, I hold back as much force from a fireball as I can. It is an area of effect. You cannot be like, I only want them to knock them out in ice storm, a completely aggressive storm of ice. You cannot do that. But yeah, if it's one target, then the insects chase her off rapidly.
I was so worried that Freya was just gonna straight up be so angry that she goes out and murders a drunk girl.
the girl who genuinely hasn't really done any harm whatsoever, but it's just
She licked your earlobe.
Didn't she, fucking make out with you?
It prepared
Almost
Fenlo
ruined
for
your
what was
relationship.
about to happen in this town, which was everything.
Alright.
Can I say at this point, Ramsey making fun for her?
You're walking up the road trying to find someone. You just see that woman that was hitting on Fenlo running away from a swarm of tiny insects, and you get this very vague impression that you know who that came from.
Oh, perfect. Freya is the other direction. And then Ramsey's gonna start walking in the opposite direction that girl's running, with like a cup of apple cider in his hand, with his hand over top.
As you kind of jog up the street, Freya, you in the crowd as you're walking and continuing to just try and get through the drunken mess, you just hear clink, 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 just very, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And then you hear clink, 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 Freya!
She's gonna turn before she hears Ramses, like, call her name, and she's gonna point her wand, like, straight at them and just say, I said leave me alone!
I have brought the apple cider for you. And he, like, hands it over.
She's gonna put her wand away, and she's gonna grab it.
You seem quite mad. I have come out to try and say, do not be so mad, but I do not know if I can control emotions like that, so I can only suggest.
I'm sorry I snapped at you. I'm just...
It is circumstance.
That man just frustrates me so much. It's like he does things without thinking of other people.
You seem quite stressed, but I do not think Tek'Tan has done this without thinking of other people, and by blaming just Tek'Tan, you take Caraid out of the equation. They are full adult. They can also make own decision. I'm just saying, I do not think they have done this with ill intent, Freya, and I understand the anger that erupts when things do not go as planned or are not discussed beforehand. It is very, unpleasant.
I know. Should probably just give them time. But this isn't the first time he's done this. He goes around telling everyone where he's from. That's not a smart thing.
Ramsey scratches the back of his head. I cannot justify that. I do not see good coming out of it exactly. I am not saying I do not understand your anger. It is not wrong to feel the anger. But perhaps Ramsey's words kind of drift off a little bit. Perhaps think of it the same way when we were taking care of the Bramblewood. We thought you thought we could not handle that, but we did. Perhaps it will be similar. That seems like a not good situation to have to handle, but they will probably handle it just fine.
Maybe I should just believe in them more.
It would not harm.
It's just so hard sometimes.
It is good that you take differing opinion. I have said before, it helps balance us all. But a little bit of faith in the capabilities and mindsets of others does wise for anyone.
You're right. She's gonna look at the cup that you gave her.
It is apple cider. There is no alcohol. I do not imagine you'd enjoy it. Finn will also put cinnamon in it. I must say it makes it taste much better.
Oh, that boy is adorable. She's gonna take a sip.
Ramsey just smiles. So by drinking you have accepted peace offering? Perhaps you will take a walk around block with me and then we can go back to the room. I am very tired.
Yes, so am I. Alright.
Nothing bad will
continue to walk. Oh.
Nothing bad is of essence, Freya. We will not be hurt in the next few days.
I don't know if you can predict that.
I have good instincts.
I know you do, but a lot of bad things can happen in a very short time.
Freya, I am making assumption here. And I do not think it is very off base, but I think you harbor a lot of hurt. And a lot of fear. Trust those around you. We will be capable. We will look out for each other, and we will look out for you too.
She's just gonna keep sipping her drink.
But perhaps that was out of line. Let's just head back for tonight.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, as you guys sip drink and continue to make your way back to the inn, does anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, I was looking for the LCBW.
Right.
Liquor Chaos Board of Wallowford.
You can find it. This little what did you call it?
Liquor Chaos Board of Wallowford, because they don't control any of the liquor.
Is there open late for those who need it? And there is a big dwarven man in there, and he goes, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, I'm looking for the best scotch that you have for about 25 gold.
Well, spittle kind of like comes out and hits his beard, his big, gruff, uncombed, like graying beard, bald, completely bald on the head, missing a tooth. He goes, well, let me see what I can get you. And he begins to kind of comb through his stock with these like calloused worker hands. Clink, 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 clink. Here you go. And he pulls out this nice, fine bottled scotch. And he brings it over and sets it down on his box that is a makeshift counter. And he goes, that'll cost you about 20 gold pieces.
20, alright, that's even better. And I'll hand him 20, and I'm gonna inspect the bottle.
20-year aged scotch. It is that fine kind of amber that is like what you would put in a decanter and leave in the corner of your room as a decorative piece, but it's probably a very fine alcohol. The stopper in it is a very pointed diamond, like a diamond shape. It's glass. It's not like an actual diamond, but it's in the shape of that and gives a very elegant, but still an elegant but manly bottle for the toxic masculinity people of this world. And yeah, it's got a decent content of alcohol.
Alright.
And
I'm gonna... Does he speak Elvish at all?
Seemingly from what he just said.
Alright, well, I'll assume not, since he just blessed thank you very much. Alright, got the scotch, that's good. Is there anything else I needed to do before I head on? Step 1, get the scotch. Step 2, are any regular businesses still open? Like what
the market is getting ready to close, but depending on what you're looking for, it might still be open.
Any sort of smithy or weaponsmith or anyone who has weapons or deals with weapons.
You can
or makes weapons or has
definitely.
Weapons.
You can find your way. There are
weapons.
2 blacksmiths in town, and the one that is more associated with weaponry is the Token Stoke. So you can find your way there. Yeah. And you see, I can't remember if you guys have been here before, but it is like a very garage door opened up to allow the heat to kind of escape this kiln. And there are a few people still working here, but it doesn't look to be busy, and it might look like they are closing soon.
I'll go in and I'll approach whoever appears to be... If they have a secretary. If not, I'll go to whoever's in charge.
This very gruff-looking guy. He is tanned skin, and he's got like shaggy brown hair that's kind of slicked back from sweat or something else, and he's got these thick goggles around his eyes as he is working and shaping metal currently. He has many scars kind of running up his arm, and many burn marks from possible mistakes that have happened in his line of work. On the bench in front of him that he's shaping, he looks to be making this kind of curved dagger, and then he's got like a whole set of them that he's coming out that all have this kind of different hued like blue and blues that like kind of weave through the blade. When you kind of approach and get into like you hope his peripherals, he slams the hammer down one more time and seemingly finishes his bend and drips it down into this bucket. Pulling it out, it has that big blue sheen that comes with the same other daggers, and he sets it down, pulls off the goggles and have them hang loosely around his neck. He's got these amber eyes, and he goes, "Can I help you?"
Hi, sorry if you're busy. That's a beautiful quench you have. I was kinda open, and I'm gonna pull out the bee stinger. I was kind of hoping you'd be able to do something with this. I don't have a weapon in mind. I believe you said it was like a 10-foot bee stinger.
That's right.
So, I'm just holding it like a fucking staff.
That is. Do you mind?
Yeah, of course.
He can still like inspect it. He's like, well, depends on what you're looking for. It could be a good rapier. It could be a good spear.
Is there any way to turn it into like a sword?
Well, a rapier is a sword,
but not a rapier. Like more like a bastard or a short sword, or and you could keep the other half if you'd ever need it.
I don't think I've worked with this kind of this biomaterial.
Yeah, so organic. It's actually from a giant wasp I killed.
Okay. To break down the substance and use it, I would have to break it down to make it into any other weapon. If you're not looking for a strict piercing weapon, then I would have to break it down. It would take me a little longer than it would, and it would probably cost you a little bit more if I'm being honest. But if that's what you want to do, I don't know your life.
I'm just not very good with rapiers.
Are you not good with rapiers?
I'm proficient with martial and simple, but my dex is only +1. My strength is +4. I would like a strength.
I was about to say, you're a fighter. You got proficiency all over the place.
I could make it into a spear.
Would you? A spear or a javelin or
I could make
something?
it into a spear, yeah, definitely. That would be easier and it would take a little less time.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'd like that. I'm coming to you very last minute, as soon as you can get to it.
And let's call it...
Sounds good.
15 gold pieces.
Would you possibly be able to do 10? Because I only have 10. I have exactly 10. I know 15 is a deal. I don't have 15.
You're not there.
No,
Shush.
you wanted me.
Would you be? Because I'll let you keep the other half, and you could use that for something. Persuasion. Fuck, I have a +1 for some reason, even though my charisma is -1. And a 19, so 20.
Fine, 10 gold pieces. But I'm gonna give it to you in 5 days. I've got other clients that are a little more pressing.
As perfectly fine, thank you. And I'll give him
Takes
10
the bee
gold.
stinger. And in 5 days he will get you a spear made out of the bee stinger.
Cool. I'll remove that from my inventory. And I'll remind myself in my notes, because I know I'll never come back to this fucking smith if I don't. This was called the Stoke and Toke. Toke and Stoke, 5 days, spear. Alright, solid. Thank Diolchenvar. Thank you very much.
He begins to like set his goggles back in and go back to what he's doing with a new piece of metal. You leave.
Like a chuffed little pup. I'm gonna
Anybody
walk
else?
Shut little pup.
out. Chuffed little pup.
I want
Just got a shiny new
I want to
bone.
keep rolling those dice on the table, planning it out, and trying to just get my blood going and just concentrate
Definitely.
on-
What was the intent? Like you're just planning the next day, like the.
Yeah, I'm just planning
Okay.
the next day, and trying to get a feel.
I couldn't
of
tell if this was like the dice were like a magic item I gave at some point, and I was like, I don't think I gave dice.
just my stone dice.
Definitely. Anything else in the night? Last chance.
Fenlo's gonna pray to literally all the surface deities to protect him.
Sure.
Lady.
Sure, absolutely. You take your time. You're like, Dear Pelor. 20 minutes later, Dear Sahani.
Yeah.
Dear Raven Queen. Anyways.
Hi.
Fenlo?
Yeah?
Should you have that thing if it's tied to a
Oh, I didn't keep it.
demon?
No, you think I would keep it?
Oh, we don't
no,
still
I
have
let
it?
Tek'Tan keep that.
It's still in this room, though, right?
Do you burn it?
I'll turn to Tek'Tan. Tek'Tan,
Just busy writing. Yeah. What?
would you be able to make like a hole in the ground
No,
outside
no,
of town, and we just
don't-
hide that?
don't hide it.
for the
Don't
night?
Plant it. Probably burn it. Probably.
Don't plant
That's
it.
bad.
Yeah.
Well, do we not still need it for any
we kind of know
research?
who it is now. I know I don't
We
like
know
it. and I
everything
don't
we
wanna
need to
plant
know.
it. I don't
Well,
want
I
to
also
keep it.
don't
at
want
all.
to keep it in the
Burn
bedroom. If we're even able to, and
Yeah.
I will use my last spell slot to use Chromatic Orb Fire.
Sure.
Out-
yeah,
outside.
You have a little small bonfire in the yard. And for the first time in ever being here, you see some guards be like, hey, put that out.
Oh.
That's what the drum was.
Sorry, we were just
I
getting rid
don't
of some rubbish.
care. Put it out.
I'm roasting some.
Don't
rations
roast
on it.
rations over
Sorry.
the mushroom lady statue, you absolute idiot.
He's not gonna actually eat it. We just need to make him think we're using
I
it.
don't have anything to. I have a thing of sand because I got a priest's pack. I'm just gonna dump the sand on the fire, and then is the thing still there?
It is heavily charred, but it's like still there. Like it's burning. It is definitely burning.
Okay.
We just didn't have enough time to burn.
Would you guys mind if I hit this with some magic? Just 'cause we really, really want to get rid of this. It wouldn't be burning. It's more like a just blast type thing. Mr. Guard.
Yeah, why don't you?
Would that be permissible?
Why,
I don't really understand what you guys are doing, to be fair.
why don't you just
No, it's a bad
confiscate it? Yeah, you can have it. You can just confiscate it. Because we're doing something bad with it.
We're like destroying garbage, and you're making them.
I love
We're causing a ruckus.
No.
Pass it along. I love it. Send the curse to someone else.
If it's rubbish, why don't you
Maybe
just
they'll get attacked by the rugs.
put it in that garbage bin over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. Okay.
Good.
Jeez.
I
I have enough to
Fine.
deal
Why are
with
you guys trying to
already.
argument with the guards?
I'm already a little drunk.
Not trying to start an argument. I thought he'd take it.
Hey, Gab.
Hey, Gab. All guards are bastards.
Hey, officer, can I get your badge number?
What the fuck's a badge number?
We have trash cans. We don't have badge numbers.
Oi, can I get your shield number?
Shield number 2.
Can you do longsword number?
I am not paying
Shield
your bail.
number
I'm
2.
going to bed. Good night.
You're gonna have to. I have no money left.
The guard's gonna walk away now that the fire is out.
Does anybody still have magic? Maybe we can still light it.
Can I?
We'll just hide it from them.
Gone.
No, this is a city full of drunkards that seems like their main job is to dealing with situations like this. There is always a guard watching.
Yeah, you know what? Probably not even like the alleys are safe.
Do we care what happens to this thing?
That's
or-
probably good. We've destroyed it enough that like.
I'll take my hand axe and I'll chop it in half
It-
at least once.
And it splits in half.
Okay, I'll attack the garbage
I
can.
mean, regardless, the idol, it splits. Like, it's not... It doesn't explode. It doesn't resound with any energy. You don't die instantly. It's a piece of wood. It splits in half, and it's charred, so it, crumbles.
Okay.
Just to be super safe, I want to cast catapult, and I want to use some sorcery points to make it a twin spell, and I'll cast catapult on each half of the carving, and just make them fly 300 feet in opposite direction.
They're gone. Gone.
I want to cast a spell, garbage disposal.
And then it turns into that episode of
Shred
Fairly
them into
Godparents
1,000 pieces.
where they keep magicking away the trash, and they have to. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, deep pull, you guys.
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah, and the
Super
item
cool.
is disposed of.
I'm going to bed. That took too much energy.
Can Rim?
Yeah, I won't go to bed, but
I'm going to bed, and I don't want to ever have to think about mushrooms again. Good night.
Last minute things. All right. So, with the evening coming to a close, as you guys all gather into bed to let your wounds and your weary bones rest, you may take a long rest at this point.
Yay.
And let's take a quick break. Okay. Oh. I just have all-time low stuck in my head now.
10 seconds of
Big Time
silence and I
Rush?
see all these green borders light up.
Shall we play D&D? But first...
Yeah.
Wait. Let's play D&D, but first.
A message from our sponsor.
Welcome
Right.
to Trash Box. The monthly subscription box that you get legitimate
Trash
trash.
You can actually mail shit to people,
Yes,
like you can
okay.
pick the type of shit too, and
And
Back when the creatures were a thing, their fans would send them animal shit all the time. They got a plastic Ziploc bag full of gorilla turds.
Why?
also just on the note of mailing shit to someone, I feel like it's more cost effective to do it yourself.
It's a shit in a
Like
bag.
What, like mail your own
It
shit?
doesn't have to be your shit. I'm just saying some type of.
For
Oh.
2 minutes, and we've already gotten to mailing.
we haven't got to our sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, Carisha, you're saying that you would find any shit? It doesn't have to be your own.
You could.
Just say, for
we're
an
in
example,
Canada.
let's say cat shit.
Yeah.
You
I have a
really
letterbox.
wanted to mail
I
live
got a
cat
cat.
shit.
Why would you
think
do
it'd
that?
be better to do it
I-
yourself than
I
pay
think so,
for,
because
a delivery service?
One, you don't have to you don't have to put your return address. They don't know where it's coming. Two, if you're buying someone else's shit, I think you're spoofing yourself in a way.
No, you're right. You're right.
Just to get your own shit.
You haven't left a paper trail, but you have left the trail in the fact that that person's going to look at you and say, "Are you sure you want this?"
Listen,
You just
you're paying $49.99 to send gorilla shit that you do not have to go into a cage and pick up with your bare hands. You're
That's
paying that to
great.
do someone else, and it gets mailed, and you don't even
That's
have
great,
to deal with it.
but
Good honest work.
I like to be frugal.
Good honest work.
I like to
Can
be
you-
frugal, so I would rather collect like my own shit to mail in a box to someone if I'm gonna do that. I don't feel like buying $50 worth of shit. I'd just rather get free shit and then.
And
send
I
it
just
out.
but the
picture like
expense is
Carisha
worth
going
it.
to the litter box and like scooping it out and going, oh.
just angrily like picking up cat shit.
I saved so much money doing this.
I can mail lizard shit. Jokes on them.
Dumpster diver. It is a litter loiterer, though.
I can mail
That's a good
gecko
name for a
shit.
band.
I can mail
It's not.
cat shit.
Where are the litter loiterers?
You just have to make something up on the spot when it comes to bands. That's all it is.
Yelling at your cats.
We are the litter.
That's a good name for a band.
Broken door, screaming.
in the box, litter loiterer.
Okay,
We are yelling at your cat's
Red coat.
asshole.
I
Oh,
love
I
it.
think I made that
I'm
up.
gonna keep half this conversation for the end. It's gonna be great.
Only half?
What's that?
Stay tuned if you want to
What
hear
happens
it.
to the other half?
Gets pitched.
It gets mailed
Gone.
to you.
Into the ether.
So we're just gonna cut into Litter Loiterer and then that's it?
Welcome to Litter Loiterers!
If anyone
Let's
gets
fuck
shit
shit
in
up!
the mail, it's not me.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, let's play D&D.